Many Americans apparently drinking their way through quarantine. It's easy to chuckle about that, but it's not funny. Christy Weaver is with the Recovery Resource Council, joining me this morning. So you're the largest nonprofit, non-residential organization of its kind here in North Texas. Tell me, is what you're hearing and seeing and reading about limited to people who are working at home, or does it include people who are still on the job every day?
Well, I think that what we're seeing is people are on the job while they're at home. And so once we blur that boundary between having standards at home and standards at work, it's difficult to differentiate between the two. So the calls that we're getting, the people that we're seeing, they're working, but they're kind of stuck at home at the same time. Yeah.
And are they are some people telling you, boy, you know, it's starting to bother me. I think I may be drinking a little bit too much. A survey said 1/3 of us will even drink alone these days.
Yes, I think some people call in saying, you know, I think I have a problem. I think I need help. I can't seem to function. We see people call in for their loved ones when they see the problem before we can often see it ourselves. But yes, people are starting to see that it's becoming problematic and keeping them from being able to function throughout the day.
Yeah. And it's understandable. There's a lot of stress. What is your concern, though, about people who are drinking more, even if they're not to the point of abusing alcohol? They may be on that road.
Well, there are mental health consequences and health consequences to increased alcohol use. Mentally, alcohol inhibits our emotions. It makes it difficult for us to make decisions the way we should make decisions. And so if you're struggling with depression or struggling with anxiety or have this feeling of hopelessness, like there's no end to this, and you're adding alcohol to the mix, it could be the perfect storm for someone to have, you know, increased thoughts of hurting themselves or killing. Not to mention the fact that when our brain is affected by alcohol, we can't function the same. Yeah. We think we can, but we can't. And so your ability to do your work, your ability to care for your children or your spouse or your partner that's in your home, that's limited by your alcohol use and the effects that it has on your body.
Yeah. And certainly not everybody is working at home, but a lot of people are. Does it make it more important to set boundaries between work time and personal time? Just like you do, you know, the experts will tell you, don't do your work day if you're working at home in your pajamas the entire day. Set some boundaries.
Right. Absolutely. I can tell you from now where I'm working throughout the day, every day, all day, it's 10 steps before I can be at the refrigerator where there may be a 12-pack of beer. And so it's difficult to set that boundary when it's only 10 steps away. Yeah. There's no one here to tell me, oh, wait, should you be doing that while you're working? It's in my home. I can do what I want to do. It's legal. And so there's a challenge not going to the kitchen or not running to the store or the liquor store that's still open. You can even order alcohol and pick it up at a restaurant. Right. And so it's way too easy to get it, even more so now. And it's harder to set those boundaries because it's at our fingertips.
Yep. Christy, thank you so much. We have a link to the Recovery Resource Council on fox4news.com if you or someone you know needs to get a hold of them. Thanks so much.